The New York Rangers' best goalie so far this season has not been Igor Shesterkin, who's obviously the former Vezina Trophy winner. It has actually been Johnathan Quick, the backup. He has been the clear better goaltender so far this season, and if you've watched all the Rangers games, or at least a couple of them, you can clearly see that. This guy has been amazing so far this year, and is a big reason why this team is off to such a great start. And if we didn't have a guy like Johnathan Quick as the backup, I can't imagine we'd be currently sitting tied for the top points percentage-wise in the entire NHL. I mean, that is a phenomenal thing to be at, tied for the top in the NHL. And the big reason of that, like I said, is Johnathan Quick. This team is nowhere near this good without Quick as the backup. Igor has been, you could say, disappointing so far this year. I mean, a 10-6 record, a 2.83 goals against average, a 908 save percentage. And those numbers are not bad at all by any means, but they're still not great and definitely not what you'd expect out of a guy like Igor Shesterkin, who's supposed to be a Vezina caliber goalie. He's supposed to be a top 3 goaltender in the entire NHL. We just haven't quite seen that yet this year. And we've seen, spurts of it here and there in games and stuff like that. He's made a lot of great saves at points. He's had a couple really solid games, but so far this year just has had too many games where he just hasn't been good or hasn't been on his game. The last 3 especially, I mean, just not doing too great. The last 3 games combined, though, he has a total of 13 goals against. Not ideal. And it's not even like those games were against some top-tier teams. They were against Washington, a 4-0 loss, then a 6-2 loss to Ottawa, and then a 4-3 win over Nashville. So it's not like those teams are top-tier teams, true Stanley Cup contenders. For the most part, those are kind of fringe playoff teams at most, right? So that wasn't ideal to see there. The last 3 games have been quite disappointing, but I think just the overall kind of game for him just so far hasn't been right this year. He just seems a little off. I don't know what it is. Is it an underlying injury? Is it mental? Who knows what it actually is, but there's something going on with Igor. He is not 100% right now in his game, and it's a fact. I mean, watching him play, he's just not what we've seen in the past, so hopefully he figures out and turns things around. But taking a look at Johnathan Quick, man, like I said, he has been absolutely amazing this year, and coming in this offseason, I mean, when he was signed, I was expecting him to be a decent, solid backup goaltender, play 30, 35 games, something like that. Just be a solid backup to Igor. Maybe have a near, 908, 909, 910 save percentage, something around there at best, and just be a solid goalie and be an above average backup. This year, he has been a really good starting caliber goaltender so far, stats-wise. So, great for him. He's obviously had a phenomenal year so far, and even at the, kind of getting older as he is, obviously, he's 37 years old, turning 38 in January. He's still playing some great hockey, and we have seen that out of, a couple of goaltenders. Obviously, Halak last year. He was a pretty good backup for us, and again, he was also into his late 30s. So, back-to-back years now, the Rangers have had some older NHL goaltenders as backups, and so far the last 2 years, it has worked out pretty well. So that is definitely a nice thing to see, and having a good backup goalie can be very good for a team, especially when your starter is not playing up to what's expected. So having Quick back here is truly, like I said, a big reason why this team has been so good so far this season. Taking a look at what Quick did last year with Vegas and the Kings, obviously got traded last year from LA to Columbus, and he was not too happy about that at all. And then we saw him go from the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then he got moved to the Vegas Golden Knights, who obviously won the Stanley Cup. So good for him, although he didn't play in the playoffs, was still a very solid third stringer. Had 10 games in the regular season for Vegas, having a 901 save percentage and a 3.13 goals against. But then with LA last season, in 31 games played, had an 876 save percentage and a 3.5 goals against. So last year was not too good. Combined total had an 882 save percentage in 41 games played. So not very good at all, but this year so far has completely turned things around. He's still really solid, and this year has clearly been amazing. So it's a great signing for the Rangers, obviously bringing him in for very cheap to be the backup, just to have a veteran guy back there. And obviously he has way exceeded expectations, which is definitely a big reason why the Rangers are so good this year. And hopefully this amazing play from Johnathan Quick continues until at least Igor Shesterkin gets back in form, because right now, let's be honest here, we have not seen the prime Igor Shesterkin that we obviously expect. So let's hope in the next couple weeks here we see Igor get back into form, start being himself again, playing some great hockey, and obviously hopefully Quick can continue with what he's done so far this year, because so far he has been extremely good. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts on this video, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button for daily New York Rangers content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.